Today I'm going to be fixing the seal on my diff, but just to give a quick look, you guys are wondering, this is a homemade lift. Used to be a snowmobile lift. It was hand cranked. I modified it by putting a 2,000 pound winch over here, mounting it, using it with a battery right now. It does tend to be a pain because the battery does die out every once in a while. So I'm going to be modifying that to, I'm going to make a inverter so I can just plug it into 110 and it will change that to 12 volts and give me the, I haven't found anything good with the good cranking amperage. Usually it's more for electronic stuff, so there's not a great deal of amperage to it. So once I find myself or get a friend of mine to help me out, he's very good with that, and design circuit board for that, we're going to be making it. That's another video coming up. But right now let's work over here. I've been getting leaks. I have some paper here that I just stuck in here, and when I changed the seal on the back there, I should have just changed both of them. Everything was already apart. Live and learn. So if you ever change one seal, do yourself a favor. They're only $2, $3. Change both, because eventually the other one's gonna go. So now I gotta take all this apart again to move it forward, to disengage the drive shaft in order to get the seal right in there. Okay, let's get cracking. I do have it on casters, so now I'm just gonna move it into place so that way I can work from either side. Here you have a bolt that goes through, and there's a nut on the other side, and the same here on the bottom. So you gotta remove these two here, and after you remove those two and you have the A-arms out, you can get a crowbar, something like I'm doing there, and just slide it back. You don't have to take everything out. I learned that you don't have to do. Done is I took out the 3 bolts. This is the front part of the gear. You can see it there. Basically, I took out the front that was on there. See on here, that's the drive shaft that goes into the part where the U-joint is, and there's 3 bolts. So now, apparently, there's see, there's a C-ring. Let me see if I can get this better. there's I know the sun here now. There's a C-ring over here which I'm going to release, and it should release that, and I'll be able to get to the seal. Okay. Let's remove that, and this comes out. Now you can see there. Now this is the bugger that's leaking. You can see you see all the oil here. See? So we're gonna remove this. So sorry about that. I'm not sure if I was recording. I'm not gonna look back anyways. But I took out the old one just by placing this inside there and just popping it out. Simple as that. To put the new one there, I just put it in there, put a piece of wood and just tapped it all the way down. It was that easy. Didn't need any hammers or anything. Actually, it goes down a little bit more, so you can even push down with your fingers. And that's it. Now I'm just gonna put it all back together. And to put it back together is same way you took it out, just in reverse. Okay. Engages the 4x4. When it's down, it's missing. When it goes in, engages it. So by going on the website and any Arctic dealer, find parts finder or any company, they'll have the Arctic layout. Just go in there, put in the year and everything. You'll see what you're looking for in this particular is front drive case assembly. Everything's here, and then okay, I'm putting that back together. See where my socket wrench is in there. Make sure you thread it in with your fingers first, and then you see the crack there. Let me see here if I can get a better thing there. Right. This here, there's a seal there. Make sure when you do that seal, it doesn't get pinched or cracked or anything. And when you take it out, be careful too. Like I wiggled it out and it was able to reuse the seal. Okay, so be really careful of that. And I gotta take that back out again because this goes in there. I almost forgot. So be careful of that when you're doing yours. Okay, I gotta put this camera away. It's really hard to get in here and do this. So if I can set it up, I will, or else. I do have power tools, so I'll take this out, but I've had issues with power tools going too much and stripping, and this is not areas where you want to strip, so it will be a little bit of a struggle, but believe me, it's a lot more struggle if you break a bolt in there or strip it. That's another problem we have, dropping tools. That's okay. Okay, let's put this back here. Okay, that's the way it's supposed to go with the bracket there. Okay. Okay, so I put everything back together. It's terrible in here to see, I know. But let's just position this light here so you can see. Okay. So make sure when you put this back that little piece over there goes inside that hole. It's 3 bolts. There's one over there, one at the bottom here, and one in behind, right underneath where the pin is. So to change that seal back there, you have to literally take this piece out. So you have to take it out. I was able to move everything backwards without taking out the wheels and stuff like that. Just all I did was disconnect the A-arms on top and take out the springs, just tie it up so it's out of the way. I was able to shift it back enough to disengage the shaft. Once the shaft is disengaged, this came off, that came off, and that's only T40s, and these I believe to hold the shifter is T30s. So that was pretty easy. So I've put everything back together. Make sure when you put everything back together, everything's tight. So I'm double checking right now, and all I have to do now is put the wheels on and test it. Okay. And don't want to do it now, but last time I did the hoses, I put this, the brake line's a little bit tight underneath the hoses here. So when I'm going to be draining out the antifreeze, when I do that, I'll put this hose over them so there's not as much tension. It's still good, it's no big deal, but no, I don't like tension. Okay then. Thank you for watching, and in case, because I already had my neighbor ask me, this here, if you saw it, I blew out my top fin there, blew out the seals because I was stuck in water, and if you see there, where the hose is there, air box. My 2006 has a rubber nipple. The 2011 had nothing. I was stuck in the water, and slowly the water was seeping into the air box, finally went down into the motor and screwed up my seals. So what I done was I added a hose there into this makeshift reservoir. It just opens up, just an empty one, and I have a 1/4 inch pipe on the other side, if you can see it there. It goes up, and then it goes up into where the breathers are for the gas. So, and in order to avoid getting water in my air box again, just FYI for that. Alright, and let's get the rest of it. Put the oil, I already loosened it, I'm just taking it off by hand now, is number 17. And be careful when you put it back, it's not metal and you will strip it, some type of composite material. Okay, and then there's a number 8 right below it. Let me see if I can get in a zoom on that. That little tiny one, that's your level indicator, and you have one the same size on the bottom for drainage, but right now we're not draining, so it's going to take that one out and we're going to put the oil in, and when it starts to spill out of that one, you know you're done. Okay, I'm not going to record it, I'm just going to, when I get close, then I'll show you.